morning, pipe smokers. Yes, it's Sunday morning at 7 a.m. Got up at 6 a.m. and we're going to have a little Sunday morning smoke together. Yeah, it's a great day to be sober. Mm. It's 43 degrees out, and it is October 22nd. Ah, nice cup of coffee. Look at that. You can see steam coming off of that. Oh, that's so good. So I've been dying to open up a new can of Spark Plug Latakia Rich, and we're going to do that, and we're going to smoke it. We're going to set something on fire on the Lord's Day. Yeah, Sunday morning. There we go. I'll be right back in a nanosecond. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so we're back. But with a new tin I forgot to share with you on this GLP spark plug. I've been dying to smoke some of this. I've got a tin that I wrapped in plastic, a freezer bag, and I put it back in the tin, and it's a year or so old, so it's kind of dried out. I have to rehydrate that. So we have a brand new tin. The born on date on this is 9/29 of 2020. So this spark plug, here we go. Yeah, I love this sound. Oh, did you hear that? Now I heard air go psst out of it instead of air coming in it, which means that this has been aging in the tin. And what do we got in here for spark plug? We have, yeah, right there. That's actual plug tobacco, Latakia Rich. Oh, and it's moist. Oh, it smells divine. Oh, I'm going to process this. We're going to load it up in our pipe, and we're going to set something on fire. I'll be right back. All right, we're back, and you can see I've got the Paul Gilson Wake Up Morning Dew. Here we go. So we've got our spark plug, which is aged for over 3 years, in a K-Woody Bowl 600. Look at that briar. It's a K-Woody 600, bowl number 05. But look at that briar. No factory fills. Phenomenal briar. These K-Woody 500 and 600 pipes were entry-level pipes. Then they ran out of became so popular, they ran out of the regular briar. They were made in the 1950s and early 60s. And actually from 1957 to 1969, when they ran out of the regular briar, they had to use their high-end briar. And I got one of those pipes right there. K-Woody 5-600s, if you can grab one that's nice, grab it. Very, very nice. Great smoker. Let's set that on fire. Oh. Oh, that spark plug is to die for. I'm talking Latakia Rich. And if you look up spark plug and look at what's in it and the description, says it reminds you of an old mechanic's garage smelling oily and gasoline-y. And it does. I had actually a visitor came in a couple of years ago when I was smoking a bowl, and they were like, it smells like oil in here. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Oh, that is good. Mm. Listen to the silence. Cheers. Oh, that coffee's so good. I'll tell you. It's chilly out. It's like 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Sun's just starting to come up. Started this video at 7 a.m. Was up at 6 a.m. Man, I'll tell you, I love this spark plug. I got to read the label to you. All right? I just have to. You know I can't help myself. GLP spark plug. All right? It says spark plug, deep and dark, powerful, yet refined. The smoky, leathery backdrop of Latakia is layered with an almost incense-like spice of rich orientals with fine Virginias added for depth and a subtle sweetness. Like the classic roadsters inspired its creation. Spark plug has an alluring charm that invites you to rev it up and take it out for a long drive in the country. Sliced thick or thin, it will never leave you stranded. I love it. They have to put it in the smallest legal print. Okay, look at that. So, I'm just loving life, you know. So, as some of you might know, I love to go to thrift stores. I saw this clock, and I like clocks. I collect them. I came across this clock made by General Electric, made in the USA. At the Goodwill, which is a thrift store here in Brockport. And then I looked it up on eBay and on the internet to see what they're going for, and for what the thrift store wanted for it, I got a really good deal. Let's just put it that way. So, Smarty Bob, you might remember this, even though you were born in the early 40s. This little mantle clock, or whatever you want to call it, it's about a foot wide, made by General Electric. It has a glass globe, and it is electric. And that is from the 1930s. I'm going to go over it with a little bit of Old English. It does have a little scratch in the finish, nothing deep or big. The Old English will make it look brand new. And I plugged it in there, it works. And the cool thing on the bottom, it's got down here, it says General Electric clock, model number, blah, blah, blah. And it says General Electric Company, made in the USA. And then it has the inspector's number still under there. That's cool to me. And think about it. This was made in the 1930s, so during the Depression. And General Electric, after the Depression ended, the Depression really ended when World War II started in 1941. And General Electric and companies like that started making stuff for the war effort. They stopped making everything. I mean, even Singer sewing machines. Now, even if you don't sew, you know what a Singer sewing machine is. They have M1 Garand rifles from World War II, that was made by Singer Sewing Machine Company. It says it right on it. Every factory that we had went for the war effort in World War II. They stopped making their own products mostly, or really cut back on them. Started making stuff the government wanted. And believe me, they did well on those government contracts, and they passed that down, created more jobs. And that's what got us out of the Great Depression after the stock market crash in 1929. And then those boys went over and fought in World War II. And the women went and worked in factories in support of the war effort. So everyone was all together. The country really came together. And so the 1950s, that's why a lot of you folks that were born in the 40s, you remember the really, really good times in the 1950s after the men came back from World War II, when it ended in 1945, September 2nd, 1945 it ended, and we brought our boys home. And there were real good times in the 50s and into the 60s. You know, this country was humming, and we were at peace. Just like I am this morning. Even though I woke up yesterday morning, and if you remember Jerry Lee Lewis, all right, a lot of these guys in the 50s, they grew their hair real long on top, and then they'd put it in a jelly roll or a pompadour or whatever you call it. And Jerry Lee Lewis, when he was playing the piano, his hair would come undone, you know, and come right down to here. So I woke up the other day and my hair was all kinked up and it was kind of hanging down here. I was like, man, that looks like Jerry Lee Lewis's haircut. Oh yeah, cheers. Here we go. Coffee is so good. Well, we've gone on long enough, over 12 minutes. So I'm going to let it be and get going with my day. Thanks for tuning in. I did diversify my channels. So the Paul Gilson YouTube channel is going to be strictly for pipes, cigars, and tobacco. And I created Richard Paul Gilson Music for my second YouTube channel. So please subscribe to that if you like my music. And I will continue to do, we'll probably have to do Saturday Night Blues because they put me on overtime. And I have to be up at 5 a.m. But anyways, I'm going to leave a link in the comment section to my new music channel. It's called Richard Paul Gilson Music. And if you want to subscribe to it, I'd love it. You have 6 subscribers, so anyways, I'm going to enjoy my Sunday. I hope you all do. God bless you. God bless America. Paul the Pipe Guy, live from the outskirts of Rochester, New York. Over and out. And happy pipe smoking. I'm going to finish this Latakia in my coffee. Yeah!